Listen, Google just released a report. It's called Why We Watch 2.0, and it has revealed the game-changing truth that what keeps people watching on YouTube isn't production value, it is emotional connection. Now, I'm going to break down in today's video why this matters if you are a business subject matter expert, coach, consultant, service-based provider, a company trying to scale your business with YouTube organic traffic, and most importantly, the 5 styles of videos that you should be making to blow up your brand and business and generate more leads, clients, and sales. If you're excited to get into the data, go ahead and type report in the comments and let's get to it. All right, I'm going to go through the findings in no particular order, but one of the first findings I want to talk about is this. 93% of viewers say that high quality content needs to be meaningful and relevant to their life. And get this, just 1% of viewers said that technical quality alone equals value. So what this means is if you're leading with kind of cold tutorials, just bland graphics, generic talking points, and things that people can Google, either Google on ChatGPT, but Google on Google or look up and ask ChatGPT, you're missing the moment with your audience. So let me give you an example. Last year, one of my clients came to me and she was really frustrated and down because she had been trying so hard on her YouTube content. You know, her video editing was on point, the information was great, the value was there, but it wasn't translating to any people opting into her funnels and definitely not booking calls on her sales calendar. And I had to break it to her. I'm like, look, it's because like there's no you in it. You're just kind of on the camera in a robotic way talking about the subject at hand, right? People will like want to understand like what's behind your 30 years of experience. What trials and errors have you had? How have you helped your clients? Give some stories and testimonials because you have it. It's in your bio. It's all over your website. But the issue in her videos was the lack of storytelling, and that authenticity is the piece of building major authority for her brand. And so this is why basically emotional content equals revenue content. The next finding that the report talks about was that videos from relatable creators trigger stronger emotional responses and deeper memory encoding. Translation: your personal stories, your vulnerability, and being real with exactly where you are in your journey is highly advised. And so showing up as your real self is advantageous for your audience and to your wallet, right? It'll leave your wallet fuller. And so the whole idea here is like, hey, let's just drop the professional mask for a second and speak from experience, from the heart, so that way they can feel what you felt, right? And you really get into what your audience is feeling in this moment because you know the problems and things that they're going through, so connect to that, right? And here's the thing with the brain and the connection and the triggering of the memory. Emotion creates memory, right? Because any like event that you've been to where you've been to maybe a conference or a live event or something like that, you don't ever remember what people say. It's just kind of impossible to our awakened conscious memory, right? But you remember how people made you feel. And it's the same thing on YouTube and on this platform. Basically, the whole idea is like memory with how people felt creates trust, and trust create sales. Now, let me give you an example. One of my clients used to hide the fact that she struggled with money growing up, right? Financial security. It was a big kind of underlying trauma in her experience. And when she started to talk about this in her childhood and how growing up with no money, like really gave her some big money blocks and confidence as with starting her business, and her revenue would go up and down, up and down, up and down. And when she finally released that part and was able to talk about that experience and identify and say like, hey, I know this is why I'm able to help people unlock their money blocks because this is what I went through myself. I'm no stranger to this. I grew up very humble, very frugal living, embarrassed to go to school because I had to always buy my clothes from the thrift shop, that type of thing. And so when she finally told her story on a video in a 5-minute segment, that video alone was able to generate $12K in sales. And so this is exactly what I mean when vulnerability and openness could be a really good thing for your next video and content storytelling approach. Okay, the next statistic and finding says that 91% of people say high quality content must deliver on both technical and emotional levels, but 97% that the emotional levels must deliver first, right? That there was only like 91% said that the technical piece mattered. And so you don't need to have like the super Hollywood studio 4K production and the soft lights and the bulbs, etc. But your visual quality does need to matter. I mean, you do need to have great lighting. Great lighting can come from a window. Okay, video editing, I would say overall does matter in this day and age on YouTube. You don't need the distracting sounds and crazy animations, but light editing, auto correction, B-roll of yourself, and maybe even switching up the scenery while you were in the video, like filming one scene from a room, filming the other one outdoors, does make it a more desirable experience. So what this wants to say is it might be worth giving your YouTube studio a makeover. And maybe if you've been teetering of investing in that higher level audio and mic, like right now I am speaking on the Shure microphone. This is like the #1 best podcasting microphone, the best microphone in the world. Really, you don't need this one. This one's kind of expensive, but that upgrade you've been looking to do, that piece of art or LED lighting or whatever you are wanting to do to your studio might be worth the investment. But let's just remember to always pair that with the emotion and the life stories that makes you and your brand super irresistible. The next finding in the report says that 83% of viewers expect high quality content to be trustworthy. Now, this is where you as the expert, this is your time to shine. This is where you're able to pull back your portfolio and give the data of things you have solved for your clients, okay? Because through your data and through your research, people absolutely love this. For example, on one of my latest videos on this channel, I talked about my findings with my data on my YouTube channel, and how much that data translated to revenue for YouTube Shorts specifically. So I compared the YouTube revenue that I made with YouTube Shorts versus the YouTube revenue I made with long form content. And I prepared, I calculated the RPM for both, like meaning how much I got paid per 1,000 views for both the shorts and the long form. And I did this calculation on screen where it was like, you know, for YouTube shorts, I made a total of 6 cents per 1,000 videos. For long videos, I made a total of $74 per 1,000 videos. So that multiplied into like a $16,000 paycheck versus like $200. Okay. So this is what I mean when I'm able to show and demonstrate like on screen and the back end of my data. This is how I'm able to build trust, because people are like, oh yeah, this totally makes sense. Like, you even took a sample size from your YouTube video, like you put in a lot of effort into this. And so, not to say that every single one of your YouTube videos has to have statistical data, but when you're able to say things like, hey, I did a sample size of my clients who had at least 50 pounds to lose, and the underlying factor of all 20 of them, and the thing that made them lose weight the quickest, was drinking 100 ounces of water at least every single day and getting their 10,000 steps in per day. Boom. Like, that is great data. That's from your experience. And this is so valuable to somebody who's watching and they're like, oh, like I can do that, or this is the missing factor, or whatever the case may be. The next finding and statistic that the report shows is, hey, viewer trust and memory formation are highest when creators share real experience and genuine insights. So similar to what I just mentioned. And what this means, again, is that the new version of YouTube authority comes from delivering and talking about your lived experience versus just your knowledge. Your unique experience gives you an edge that no one can replicate. For example, one thing I like to share is the fact that I am a civil engineer by trade, and how being a civil engineer, I had to be a numbers person, and how I've taken that experience of being an engineer into my online business, even though really the technical careers had nothing at all. Like, the curriculum in college was nothing the same. Like, I've never been to marketing school, but what I can say is like, hey, I know numbers. I know how to translate the engineering piece to what we do here in marketing. Like, I created a metric called YouTube lead velocity, which evaluates the health of YouTube traffic and how that's translating to leads. So bottom line, your lived experience is what converts. So the next finding is 74% of viewers say that their content preferences influence what creators publish next. So translation, and what this means is that the audience or your audience engage more when their influence shapes the content. They participate more when they feel like their opinion matters. So perfect example on how you can leverage this point to your marketing on your YouTube channel is use your community tab. First of all, 99% of YouTube, no, I don't say 99. I'm just making it, let's say it's 89%. I don't know. This is my metric from what I'm talking to so many people. But most people don't know that the community tab is its own source of traffic. Not only is it its own source of traffic, but it's a great way to pull your audience and ask them what they want to hear. Okay, I've done this so many times where I say, hey, what video do you want to see next? And I give them 4 options of video titles. And then once I create that video of whatever the winning topic was, that also triggers to my audience / algorithm like, hey, they wanted this, it's here. The people that wanted it are going to see it in their home feed. And naturally, I'm going to get a higher click-through rate because I went with the topic that the audience wanted. The other thing you can do to ask for opinions is like literally ask for opinions in a video. Like, hey, what's your opinion in this video? Let me know in the comments, like what story you've told recently in your marketing, in your videos that has connected and resonated on a more vulnerable personal level. So now I want to mention the 5 videos that I always tell my clients and advise them to make. And they are tutorials, a vlog and a behind the scenes video, a testimony case study video, objection handling video, and transformation. So they're kind of self-explanatory from the title, but basically tutorials, right? Tutorials are similar to this where it's a talking head video, but you give a tutorial on something. Maybe it's a software or something like that. This is a great way not only to get people into your funnel, but also to do some affiliate marketing. This takes some time because if you're doing a tutorial on a product or a software or something like that, it's going to take, some demonstration time, whether you're demonstrating it with your hands or demonstrating it on the screen with the loom. This is going to take some time and scripting out and some thought, but these have been by far my highest money-making videos, especially with affiliate commissions. When I show them on screen what to do. Think of this as taking a piece of what's in your paid course right now and just taking a segment and reproducing it into a YouTube video. Now, a vlog, aka behind the scenes. This could be as simple as, hey, a day in the life of a luxury real estate agent, right? A day in the life of a full-time YouTuber, day in the life of a doctor of physical therapy, helping women lose weight, like whatever it is. And you can literally take them along on your day-to-day, film with your phone, film with the Osmo Pocket 3 camera, and just let it flow. Invite them into your home, show them how you drink tea and coffee when you first wake up. Show them your day today. That is the best way, the best way to get people to connect. People love being able to see what people do day to day. Testimonials and case studies. So this is where you position a video on how, not how you got a result, but how a client of yours got a result. So for example, the title can be something like how he or she went from negative $32K in debt to a net worth of $200K within 9 months. Boom. And then you can talk about how you got this person there, and it could share in there, and from that you're able to share value, the steps you did, and also share a testimonial in that style on that video. Objection handling. This one's super easy. This one you can make a video talking about the top 10 mistakes in your niche that people do every single time. Mistakes, aka things that people complain about and reasons why they never start. And transformation. This one's one of my favorites. It's similar to the testimonial, but you can talk about and give something that you did for 90 days. Like, hey, I watched 300 videos so that you didn't have to. I tested the top 10 microphones in tech, and here are my findings. I meditated for 365 days, and here's what happened. So you're showing the before and after, and these are really, really great videos. Hopefully this was extremely valuable to you. If it was, I invite you to commit to YouTube, go hard for the next 90 days, even the next 6 months, and I show you exactly the game plan you need to follow to do that. If you want me to break down that exact 90-day plan, click on this video right here and I'll see you on that video.